Alright, man. Hopefully you can hear me alright. Obviously, I'm very geared in comparison to your guys, so this is going to be a little bit of a shitty tutorial of how I do it, since you can't do quite what I'm going to be doing when it comes to, damage and my tank takes almost no damage. But so this is my Druid and Disc Priest with LE Balance Hunter comp. And so I buff. I go get my Violet Holds quest, share it with everybody, and accept it on everybody. So I have a keybind for buffing everybody's self buffs on T. So I just kind of spam T until I know all my buffs went out. And my pet is summoned and everything. So I am ready to go. So I'm going to start. As you can see, my Druid, just 1 through 4, I just have my shape shifting on. But once I swap over, I kind of have some keybinds set up with different things. So I do the same thing, obviously, on the Paladin. I have my spam keys, an AoE spam key, a regular spam key, all that. So I just point my guys kind of in the direction of the portal. And then I just start kind of spamming, dude. And right now, I use 2 as my main spam for everybody, with 1 also for like a single target kind of spam. And then I have 3 and 4 for different kind of AoE spams. I'll also make sure you free for all, just for ease. And then as you can see on my screen, I've got a click target here. But I also have keybinds for each class, for specific things that I might want to just toggle myself. So like for Hunter, I have readiness, I have misdirect, I have swapping my stances. For Hunter, I've got my cooldowns, and a specific innervate, all that kind of stuff. And then what I'm hovering over here is obviously it's my click for my priest. So that way, whenever I want to pop my shield on, all that, I can just kind of pop over there. But I also have it set up so that I can just hit a keybind, and also I think I have G set up as my keybind, where if I need to shield myself in a pinch and I don't have the finger to, let's say, swap over to G or whatever it is, whatever's going on, I could always hit. Or I'm sorry, I don't have the ability to go over and click. I'm trying to maybe grab something. Then I'll swap that G to G instead of actually clicking on the grid. Just makes it a little bit easier, obviously. And then you can see I've got a cast bar for my healer underneath the grid as well, just so that way I can always make sure if I'm supposed to be casting that I am, you know. But like I said, this is kind of cheap because like I'm breaking the big mobs before they even spawn little ads. Maybe I'll let one spawn. Let's see what we get here. Of course, I get the one time I want it, I get the double ads. But the next big ad, I'll show you what I do with the little spawns. Like I save big cooldowns for the little spawns for things like my Boomkin. Like I'll save his Starfall, and then when those little ads come out, I pop Starfall, and that does big damage. Kills those little ads pretty quick. So I might save things like that. You'll have, if you're doing the priest, you can just immediately pop your Mind Seer and maybe like a seed or two, and that should be enough. And then get right, but keep staying right on that main target. Don't ever leave the main target. You know what I mean? So boss is easy. You just burn it. I just throw out shields because I can. And I totally forgot that I'm a druid and I'm supposed to be spamming my maul right now. Or not my maul, my mangle. but it's fine. Yeah, and I have like mana cooldown things, right? So I got that Innervate, I've got my Thunderstorm, I've got Mana Shield, I've got my Totem pickup if I need to pick up totems. I have a Dismiss Pet call on a different keybind, things like that. So it does take a little bit of extra time to set up in Wrath, but once you're set up, it's pretty smooth sailing, and you should be able to breeze right through. I've also just done it so many times, so I'm a little bit, I'm kind of speeding through it because I know it so much, but you know, once you get going, you're gonna be pretty surprised how actually easy it is, even compared to TBC. Because you said TBC is easy and quick. I hated doing the dungeon grind in TBC. I thought it was just so slow and monotonous, especially early on. You had to drink every fucking pull, dude. You're out of mana. I couldn't stand TBC's dungeon grind, on the TBC 5, that is. So I think once you get going here, you're really gonna like this. And maybe just don't fall into the meta. Maybe that's the play for you, is to just find classes that fit you better. Like if you like and maybe like an Ellie Shaman type, have the Boomkin for Starfall, things like that. Things that will make that type of scenario that might play out where you need the little ads to just basically disappear. Have a class that's going to basically do that for you instead of trying to worry about having the best comp for pushing, which is the best raid push comp, if you get my point. Like the ramp up on Lock and Priest is very slow, so it's like I'll blow up targets with this comp way faster than I'll blow up targets with my other comp. And apparently they're mowing my lawn right now, so that's cool. I'll mute myself for the rest of it, but if I've got anything to say, I'll pop on. But just so you don't have to hear that in the background.